What are you called?
Davion, Dragon Knight.
How the tables have turned. As a longtime Dota 2 player, I've been jealous for years of League of Legends fans getting the benefit of Riot's approach to crafting a story-rich universe. By comparison, Dota 2's story has felt like an afterthought, with its many characters connected only by loose threads. Yet, here we are with Dota getting an animated series on Netflix. And even more exciting, it's done by the excellent Studio Mir. Dota Dragon's Blood is a fun and rousing adventure in its own right, whether you've played the MOBA or not, and gives us a more cohesive story, or at least the beginnings of one. While there are many singular hero stories Studio Mir could have chosen to tell, I was pleased to see it develop an adventure that could expand into a conflict that goes well beyond a handful of heroes' personal problems. Over its 8 episodes, Dragon's Blood quickly and successfully introduces the never-ending cosmic power struggle between the Radiant and Dire, two immense beings that all characters side with, one way or another. The story is told through 2 protagonists. One is Davion the Dragon Knight, an honorable and affable man whose entire being changes after an encounter with an eldwurm. That short version is pulled straight out of Dragon Knight's in-game character description, but the way the story is molded in Dragon's Blood makes his transformation from a man who hunts dragons to one who is also sometimes a massive dragon himself much more exciting. Then we have Mirana, the Princess of the Moon, who is searching for her goddess's stolen sacred lotuses. The Mirana and Davion have very separate challenges. They unite when a visit to a particular mage is proposed to be the solution to both their problems. Though the show doesn't outright say it, they're both struggling with similar deep internal conflicts, and that shared conflict helps them understand each other. The initial tension between Davion, a man who is used to being seen as impressive and liked by all, and Mirana, a woman who is hard to impress and is generally headstrong, lends well to Studio Mir's visual goofs without having to lean on a singular character for occasional comic relief. When it comes to reverence for the source material, subtlety is Dragon's Blood's strength. The first half has many references to items, places, and beings that exist in Dota 2 lore, but they feel like little more than fun Easter eggs that enhance the story being told rather than taking it over. Of course, that lore is full of all kinds of gods and demons and otherworldly beings, but Dragon's Blood limits its divine characters to Mirana's goddess, Celimene. Celimene is largely a mystery in Dota lore. We know she is seemingly kind and helps those in need in return for their devotion, so it's disappointing that she's mostly shown as abusive and selfish. I was left wondering why her actions are so often at odds with what her followers say about her. I also felt that some of the other supporting characters, like Celimene's general and Mirana's rival, Luna, were underserved and would probably be a bit more fleshed out if there were more than 8 episodes to work with. A more pleasant surprise was Invoker, the ageless mage Mirana and Davion seek out for answers to their problems. Not much is known about him from Dota 2 other than that he craves knowledge above all else, and that left plenty of room for Dragon's Blood to expand upon him as needed. No spoilers, but I like what they did with him.
The old story is over. We will write a new one. Together.
And for only 8 episodes, Dragon's Blood moves. From beautiful forests to snowy mountains to a busy town, Davion and Mirana's adventure shows off a pleasing variety of places and people. I do wish we could have seen more kinds of creatures though. For a world so seemingly filled with different beings, Dragon's Blood's threats beyond humans, elves, and dragons are limited. The action is great though, and gory.
Forgot to disarm me. See if you can find your teeth.
Studio Mir does a good job mixing its larger computer-animated characters with the smaller hand-drawn ones in a majority of the bigger fights, but the combination does become a bit awkward in large crowd shots. The animation is also nicely stylized in flashbacks and other intense scenes that call for extra drama. Dota Dragon's Blood successfully fuses plenty of existing Dota 2 lore with an original story for 8 episodes of humor and action in a fantasy universe. It treats Dota fans with fun nods to items, places, and things without alienating viewers just looking for a cool new animated show. Davion and Mirana's journey takes them on an exciting adventure across all sorts of beautiful, weird, and dangerous places. Though this first season could have used more time to flesh out supporting characters who felt a bit flat, and some bigger fight scenes are a bit awkward, the action is generally invigorating and surprisingly gory. I look forward to seeing how Dragon Knight and the Princess of the Moon's journey grows in the next season. Here's to hoping we get one. more on TV and movies, be sure to check out IGN's Nobody review and the latest trailer for Megalobox 2, Nomad. For everything else, keep it on IGN.